Hi, my name's Dave Weller. I'm the owner of Valley Wellness, a health promotion company. And what that means is we assist businesses in taking care of their employees' health proactively to avoid sickness. Today I'm going to be making a low-fat pumpkin dessert, kind of similar to pumpkin pie except without the crust. If you don't have the crust, you don't get a lot of the fat that's used to make up the crust. This recipe calls for 4 eggs. What I usually do is take about half of the yolks out of the eggs, and I've already cracked 3 of the eggs here, and I'm just going to use my knife here to crack my 4th egg, separate out the yolk, because that lowers your exposure to cholesterol in this recipe. And I'm just going to whip it up a little bit, mix it around. And there's our egg mixture. Okay, so I've got my eggs here. I'm going to add that to the KitchenAid bowl. I'm going to add in some pumpkin, a whole can of pumpkin. It's important to note that the pumpkin I used is 100% pumpkin. There are no spices, there's no sugar. I have a 1.5 cups of sugar and a teaspoon of salt mixed in here. Toss it in. And then I have a combination of pumpkin pie spices here, and that is 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. So I'm just going to throw those in. They're already mixed up. I've just taken my pumpkin mixture and I put it in the KitchenAid bowl, and I attached the bowl, and now I'm going to add a little bit of the evaporated milk. This happens to be low-fat evaporated milk, a little bit at a time. In this case, I've used non-fat milk. Occasionally when I'm baking these things up, I'll use low-fat. You can get 2% evaporated milk. In this case, I used no-fat evaporated milk. Okay, I've taken my mixture from the KitchenAid and I'm going to divvy it up in this water bath here. Hot water is important in setting up puddings because it helps set them up better. So I'm going to be distributing this pumpkin mixture in my KitchenAid bowl into these individual little ramekins and glass bowls. So I've got my pumpkin mixture in my ramekins in my water bath, and I'm going to take them over to the oven, which I've already preheated to 425 degrees. It'll bake in the oven for 15 minutes. At the end of 15 minutes, I'll turn the oven down to about 350 and bake it for another 30 to 40 minutes, just checking every once in a while to make sure it's not being overcooked. At the end of this process, when you take out the pumpkin dessert from the oven, you can eat it hot. It's very good hot. You can even put, if you want, some ice cream, preferably low-fat ice cream, or half and half on it. And you've got a great dessert at the end of your baking experience.